Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Real People Off the Record. What's going on? Right across from right across from we got Mr. J just chilling.
Yes, sir.
And we got Show. What's good?
R.I.P. Charlie Rock LD, the real one. Let's go.
R.I.P. R.I.P. Jay, what we got going?
We got a real good prize for you guys today. We got a living Florida legend in the building, Mr. Cartier 500.
Definitely. What's going on?
What's
going
up?
on?
How you doing?
Definitely. What's going on?
That's good.
Did you really just do that, bro?
I do what I want. What? What are you trying to say?
You see, I had to look twice, like I didn't know we on the show.
See what had happened was I was actually listening to Wayne on the way here, so he a little stuck in my.
No
You
way.
watch
He'll
the
do that.
old Wendy Williams show.
Actually, the one I was watching, it was with Anthony Mackie when he was on the show. He was like, "You gonna make Daddy a sandwich?" That was the last one.
Oh yeah. Nah, yeah, he definitely.
That was the last one I watched.
That was a W for men everywhere.
Yeah.
He's like, you want to be old school? You guys want an old school man? Well, make me a sandwich. I'm like, damn, that's real shit.
Truth. That's truth.
That's a fact.
So, Cartier.
Yes, sir.
Now, you said you were in the studio just a little bit. Were you recording something in your own project or
I was engineering.
engineering?
I was wearing a different cap that time.
That's what's up.
For
That's
sure.
what's up. How often do you get on the engineering set?
I work like 12 to 16 hours a day. My
Sheesh.
studio swing. I got a studio session when I leave here.
Yes, sir. Shout out your studio.
Definitely. Us Cartier Studios.
Cartier
Cartier
Studio.
Studios.
Do you have a website?
Nah, not yet.
Not
I
yet?
just got the building probably 2 months ago, so I'm still in the process of building, but people still coming in. I'm still open. Shop open.
Nice.
There you go.
I'm gonna put any links that you need. I'm gonna put right them in the description for you.
Definitely.
All right.
I appreciate that.
That's what's up. All right. We always trying to promote and support our community, and that's how we build up.
Yes, sir.
So it's safe to say you're working 12 to 16 hours a day.
Yeah, sometimes. And then I started now to take off certain
Right.
days for myself. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause
Mental health.
I would chase so much money, but the money don't mean nothing when you die. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, for sure.
you know,
Can't take it with you.
I take off a couple days to myself. I dedicate Sundays to my family, and I dedicate Tuesdays to my kids. So,
That's blessed.
For sure.
Hell yeah.
That's what. Yeah. Like I said, you got to
What's
keep
up.
those mental health days,
oh
man.
no, I got to.
You
Yeah,
got
for
man.
sure.
You go crazy with this work.
Not only that, bad mental health lead to bad physical health too. So you got to keep your heart healthy. You got to stay healthy
Word
with your
up.
mind, body, and soul.
Truth.
And,
And not just that. Sometimes we might spend so much time working, we don't get to do simple things that we might love doing, like walking on the beach, going downtown, painting. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Coloring. You know what I'm saying? Just like other hobbies that we enjoy doing, but we don't find the time to do it. So
I
I
know
definitely make time for everything that I love.
I know what you mean, because now that my girl's pregnant, we've been doing shit like that. We've taken walks and going to get ice cream and random
Yep.
little, like,
And it be
I hate to
lit.
say it like that, soft, lovey-dovey shit. You know?
Be lit, though.
Yeah,
The vibe.
I took my dogs on a walk through Dunedin. That
Definitely.
shit was super nice.
The vibe.
Yeah.
Super nice. I'm like, damn, we walked like a mile and just ate ice cream and chilled. It was a vibe.
Definitely.
I gotta go back with my fishing rod actually.
Yeah, definitely.
Ain't nothing soft about that, Jay. Real talk. You
No,
doing
that's a
real
fact.
grown man,
That's
big
grown
boy
man.
thing.
Definitely.
Ain't nothing soft about that.
Yes, sir.
So 12 to 16 hours. So that means it's safe to say that you support yourself and your family. You're making a living off of music,
Oh yeah, definitely.
100%.
Definitely.
And now is that just hip hop, rap, or you R&B? You do
Me personally, I don't have a genre. I do all type of music. As far as what I record, they come in with what they come in with, and I just, I work my magic, and they work their magic. They both go hand in hand.
yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure.
So you a beat maker?
Nah, I don't make beats. I wish.
Hmm.
Yeah, I wish.
Okay.
I was just about to ask that. You a beat maker? You just straight up engineer, mix and mastering? That's what you do?
Yes, sir.
Now you on Pro Tools?
I don't use Pro Tools. I use Logic.
Logic Pro.
Logic.
Shouts out Logic.
Apple.
It's pretty much the same. The
It
plugin is the same. It's all the same.
Yeah, because I come from old school when we used to use Reason, Fruity Loops. We used to use Pro Tools right from the jump, and through MIDI controllers. That's literally what we used like back in the day. Like it was a whole lot different compared to what we have now.
Definitely.
I don't really use Logic because I don't do Apple too much, but I do know that's one of the big staples in this current industry right now.
Man, these kids recording off their phone right now, and getting played in the club right now. I heard a song the other night. girl got it played. I'm like, man, where you recorded this at? Like, I just did it off my phone. I'm like, wow, the quality, everything sounded good.
Yeah. Oh, I wonder how they master that too.
I don't know how they doing it, but they
So there's so many presets on these apps nowadays that
Yeah.
you know and I'm a be the first person to let y'all know. I don't care how many presets there is. There ain't nothing like the human ear that's gonna make sure you sound perfect for your tone, for your cadence, for how you spit into the mic. Because the people that shout into the mic, that's like Meek, and the people that have a soft flow like Nas, people like Cartier here can balance that. When you put that into an app and you just hit like sync or something, it's gonna just take the vast majority of what it's supposed to sound like.
Yeah.
So if you want it really done properly, go see my man.
Definitely got to the studio. But I still was amazed though. It was crazy.
Well, yeah, like I said, new technology nowadays. Like I said, when I do a lot of video stuff, the camera phones right now are doing. People were shooting movies with them motherfuckers.
Oh yeah,
definitely.
yeah, it's nuts.
Like, cause I spent what 10 grand on a fucking camera. People are fucking recording movies on a damn phone. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
It's like the
Lyrical
Blair Witch
Lemonade
Project.
shooting a couple music
But that was the
videos,
commercial back in the day. Remember when iPhone first made like their really good camera? They were like, you could shoot a whole music video, I think
Yeah.
Pitbull did.
Oh yeah,
He
yeah.
shot his whole first music video
Right.
on not his first music video, but in a music video on an iPhone, and that's when it just took off.
I think Lil
But
Dicky did it too. I think. Or he was like he did a video on a budget, so he shot the video on a cell phone, and he was like knocking on rich people's doors, like, "Hey, can I film some scenes in your house, in your yard?" And he shot a whole video like that. Yeah,
That's funny.
he did his thing on that one.
Lil Dicky is man, he's a character.
Yeah, for
He's-
sure.
He's
Definitely
a strange
comedy,
one.
a comedy rapper.
Definitely.
Yeah.
He's dope though.
Yeah. So you got any shows coming up?
Um,
Any promotions?
just had a show last night. Had a pajama party last night. I ain't leave out of 6 this morning. Actually, like 6:30 this morning.
Where was that out of?
It was at Bunny's.
Oh,
Yeah,
all right.
it's crazy.
When's the next one? Do you have
My
another one
next one
planned?
is
At
May
your studio,
13th.
Tom.
I'm actually moving studio, so
May 13th
I know.
at Teasers, and then May 20th I'm at Alibi, and then after the 20th we actually doing an independent tour, so we locking in all the dates right now.
nice.
Yeah.
Now, where are you gonna travel?
We like I said, we're locking in dates right now.
To be determined.
Yeah,
There you go.
definitely.
Coming
Hell
to
yeah.
So
building
did
near
you
you.
did you always want to be an engineer, sound guy, or you were a rapper at one point and you were like, you know what, there's more money in really doing this?
Nah, how it happened, like, when I first started rapping, I wanted to be in the studio more than the computer, if that makes sense.
Felt
And
that.
when I was going, people was losing my files, or I couldn't get in when I wanted to get in. So out the gate, the first week of me rapping, I just bought a studio. You know what I'm saying? So I had to record myself.
Yep.
And my friends and stuff, they'll come over and record. And then I was like, shoot, I can make a business out of this at the same time. So it's not that I want to just be an engineer. I figured it was an outlet for me to still be into the music and still, work on my craft at the same time, and then help other people work on their craft at the same time. So it wasn't just a money thing, because like I said, I went 6 months in my building without making no money, and my bills were still paid. So
Yeah,
I just wanted to keep working and keep building.
that's what we gotta do. Keep plugging.
That's how I became a DJ, because I thought I was gonna be a rapper at one point, and then I put everything down. I was like, hold on, we ain't getting no spins in the club. Let me go work this out.
Definitely.
And then it just took off from there. And I could still rap if I really wanted to, but
Yeah.
money for me was in DJing at that point.
Definitely.
Like, I'm out of here.
Definitely.
It's important as an artist to be able to monetize your hustle, man. Like that's something I still struggle with to this day. You know what I mean? Like I got my business. I do landscaping. I'm in the sun all day. You know what I mean?
So you say you're an artist, right?
Yeah, I'm an artist. Yes, sir.
So you say, what you mean by struggle? Like, what you mean?
Like it's a struggle trying to support the family off the music type deal. You know what I mean? Because it's like you gotta have that healthy balance where, all right, bills gotta get paid, everything gotta be taken care of, but I still gotta make time to pay for the studio time, to support these different artists. You know what I mean? Like if you're at that beginning level, sometimes you gotta pay for that slot. You know what I mean? You gotta do all these different things, and it gets tough for a struggling artist. If you got if you far in the game, you got kids, you're trying to take care of things. That's why
I tell people like this, like, how many kids you got?
I got one and one on the way.
I got 4 kids, and artists complain about not having their own budget. You smoke, right?
I damn sure do.
All right, so let's just say, right? Let's just say
Yo,
you
he
smoke.
about to
Let's
about
just-
to give you a class
Let's just say you
on how to
spend
make it. Go
you
ahead.
spend
I
$25
love
a
this.
day. You spend $25 a day on bud, right? Let's just say you did that.
Yeah, right.
That's 30 days in a month. That's 700 and like 750 that you can accumulate. You got your own budget. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So you got 750 that you just accumulated if you sacrifice. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's how I had to sacrifice. Every time I got the urge to want to smoke, I put that 25 in a box.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I could build my own budget, come in with my own merch. This ain't printed on. It's
Right.
stitched on.
Right.
I got shoes I'm finna drop. You know what I'm saying? I want to be my own. I want to be like Master P. I want to have my own different story. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So it's what you gonna sacrifice.
Yep.
That's
feel
a real hustler mentality right
Because
there.
I was cutting yards.
Yeah.
I was cutting yards,
Yeah, real shit.
real.
That's what's up, bro. Hell yeah.
and I
It's
still get out there and cut a yard.
It's humble beginnings, bro. And that,
Real.
you know, hey, you bumps and bruises in life, you know, make you who you are today.
Yep.
And one thing I did see about your hustle in particular, I think you shared like a memory, and I was stalking your page trying to get right before the interview, and you had these chains that it looked like you were selling, you were making back in the day.
The I swear.
Yeah, and it said that you made a decent bag flipping these chains. What was that? High school?
Yeah, high school. Well, it's coming out of high school, but at the time, accumulated probably about 30, 40,000. But at the time when I started making, I was just making them for free. And then once it got hot, I started charged $50 for my first one, and then I sold it to Famous Kid Brick. He had the FK. And
I seen that shit.
And then we went more crazier. I did his face piece. I did the face, him and his face. After that, the value of them pieces went up. I was able to charge 3 for 1, 4 for 1, 5 for 1, 6 for 1, 1,000 for 1. So it just went up. But what got saturated was people in the area, you know, monkey see, monkey do.
Yep.
They started trying to imitate you. You can hear the craziest stories that I done heard people in just trying to mimic what I was doing.
Right.
So I'm glad that I hit it when I hit it, and it worked for me. So
you influenced kind of a movement. with
definitely
those.
influenced the movement, and that got me through, like, that opened up doors for the music, because you never know how your music gonna get introduced. At that time, like you said, he a DJ. All the DJs wanted a custom chain at that time. So it was an outlet for me to meet the DJs, get them a discount on the piece. They breaking my record. You see what I'm saying?
So you use the chain as leverage.
Use the chain as leverage. So you know what I'm saying? And plus, life is, you got to put yourself in the leverage where we could trade and give off different stuff. You might not have money for studio time, but you cut yards. I need you to come cut my houses. I'm gonna give you studio time. You see what I'm saying? We just traded without explaining no money.
That barter is something people don't know about.
That's a fact.
You feel me? Without swapping no money, we just handle business.
Yep.
And I handle a lot of business that way. I get a lot of things done that way.
That's real.
Well, it's
That's real.
entrepreneur mindset, and that's
I learned the more money you show, the more money people want to take from you. That's why I stopped flashing money.
Yep.
I just dumbed it down and just played cool. Because let me give you an example.
True.
If I show money on my Insta, right, on my page or whatever, he might shoot videos. He might only charge $100, right? Now when I hit him up, he gonna do his little research check. Oh, I can get it. Now it's $5 for me, and he gave you a discount. Now he gonna shot yours for $50. See what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's true. True.
Yeah.
The more people see,
I mean, I don't. I don't.
A lot of people do it though.
Nah,
Well,
yeah.
all my pricing is on my website, clear as day.
Yeah.
A lot of people do it though.
You know, on one side, I feel that, you know, because it's like, damn, you're going to bust my head. But on the other side, I also respect the hustle. You know what I mean? Sometimes, you know, when you hurt, you're down bad, you see the opportunity, you got to try to get the tax, you know? So I kind of feel for both sides. But yeah, it definitely sucks when you're on the opposite end of that tax because they know you got the bread or you got the clout, you know? So.
They definitely do that. You got to watch out for it.
But that's why it's hard because so many, even like, bro, I've got done dirty by promoters, by DJs, by, you know what I mean?
Same.
I went down to Miami, was supposed to do a show at KOD. I put all this bread. I think we put like $300 on the slot. And then it turns out we was performing at this little bar at the pre-party before KOD. And then it turns out the DJ didn't even let me on until they shipped everybody out on the bus. Bro, and then the promoter was gone by then because I'd have faded him if I'd have seen him again. But yeah, they got me, bro. So it's so many shiesty people in this industry, bro. That like you said, you got to be careful about how you flashing your money because people they took advantage of me. Broke at the time, barely out of high school, 19 years old, bro, trying to
Definitely.
break something with a bad budget. They just took it from me,
No, it's one of the biggest legal robberies things that just come with being an artist. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, we in this water with sharks.
Mm-hmm.
We trying to either get the next opportunity or we'll do forever to get the next opportunity. But what people don't do is take time and do their own research. Like this is an example. Before when iTunes was popping, the dude reached out to me and said, "Hey, I can get you on here for $5,000." It sounded good because at this time iTunes was a big thing, and I wanted to be on it, and I was finna pay it. I just did a little bit more research. I found out how I could do it for $19.99. You feel what I'm saying? So it's just doing your own research.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Like, and another dude tried to charge me so much money to code my own music. I done coded my own music. Now I help artists code their music. You know what I'm saying?
Code your music. What you mean by that exactly?
Like, some people just go from the studio and go straight to DistroKid, and then that's it.
Yep.
They're not doing none of the paperwork. Feel what I'm saying? They not.
That's me. So you
not
about to school me right now.
They not ASCAP. They not either BMI. So
Right.
that's one of the first things that you need to do. Then you gotta you want to get your publishing. Because if you don't get your publishing company, then you're missing out on another percentage of your bag. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So then you want to copyright your music. You want a sound exchange, media base, illumination. It's like a list of 4 different things. But I give it to you off the show because I got it all in my notes. But
yeah, for sure.
you want to make sure you do all these different steps to code your music. Because like DistroKid, all them code numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got to copy and paste and put those in other places. You know what I'm saying? All those numbers is very, very important.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got to put me on that.
And not only just that, but a lot of when you first said code, I was thinking about that, but I wasn't thinking about that. Like a lot of people don't realize that when you label your music, and how you put that out there, that's how it's going to be labeled on iTunes. That's how it's going to be labeled on Spotify.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to, strategically put that
Well, it's also how it's tracked. It's how it's tracked.
Yeah. But like a lot of people just think that just comes with it. And a lot of engineers won't do that because that's technically not their thing. It'll be like, Jay just chilling. What was the song, Jay? Whatever, tea time. And then it'll just be final. And that's all it is. So now when Jay gets it, he's trying to put it out there. And he doesn't realize he got to do things like that to make sure it shows up properly on
still
iTunes.
say final with
us. Like for us, Tone takes care of all that for us here as far as the podcast. So when it goes on to iHeart, when it goes on to Spotify, when it goes on to Audible, when it goes on to all that, it's labeled properly.
Yep.
And then we've got, things below us. Like when you go on iTunes, or iTunes too, but when you go on iHeart, it's labeled when you look up, Real People Off the Record, it says you might also because it's labeled properly on other podcasts that you might like. You know what I'm saying? So that's all a part of it too.
Yep.
And a lot of people don't understand that. And bro, that's a big thing that a lot of people don't understand.
Hey, I haven't checked. Are we on iTunes yet? I haven't checked lately.
I know. Honestly, I listen a lot through iHeart, so I can't tell you. But
I'm pretty sure we are.
I got to check.
I think we're on Apple.
Does Tidal have podcasts? I'm going to check that too.
Yeah.
Let's see if we're on Tidal.
I think Spotify got podcasts.
Yeah. We got Spotify, definitely. Yeah. That was one of the first ones. They were like, yep, we want it. Because I have another podcast that 20,000 listeners that through the same network. So they were like, yep, we're going to take this one too.
Definitely.
Plug it one time. Shameless plug. Let's go.
Killer Collab Podcast.
There we go. Check them out.
We do movies, entertainment. We interview a lot of movie stars and stuff like that on the podcast.
Yeah, nobody cares. Come on.
Yeah,
music wise, what was the song that you listened to that said, I want to do motherfucker?
To be honest, really, I had moved from St. Pete to Orlando.
Mm-hmm.
So when I came back for a break, my homeboys was actually rapping at the time. So it was like interesting to hear them rapping.
Yeah.
For me to take a project back to Orlando and listen to it. So when I got back to school, I was taking the FCAT, but I didn't really care about the FCAT. So I Christmas treated. So I had like 2 hours left. I said, I'm going to write a rap. I took it home to my sister. She told me it was cool, but I took her advice because my sister a poet, so she was like sharp with that pen. So coming from her, it's like validation coming from Jay-Z or Biggie. So I just kept going with it. But then in the back of my mind, I was like, damn, this is my family. She might be just throwing me out to the water. But it came out to be good, and I just kept with it.
Yeah.
But I was shy too at the same time. So, but I told myself, damn, if I'm gonna be a rapper, I gotta perform one day. So I booked my first show at the YMCA Teen Club. I had like glasses, a hoodie on. I didn't want to see nobody. So I'm performing, and I look up. I see the kid. By the time I get to the second verse, I see the kid's hands up like this. I'm like, oh yeah, I can do this. I got done. I'm signing casts. I'm signing pizza crust, ticket stubs. I was like, oh yeah, I'm ready for this.
That's a high that a lot of people will never experience because they're stage fright.
Yeah.
You know,
Stage fright's a big thing.
And a lot of people shy still to this day that come to the studio. They just want to vent. They don't. Sometimes people don't even want to be stars. They just want to vent.
Yeah.
That's
I know too many people that record and keep it in the vault.
Keep it in the vault.
I'm gonna be so funky with you if I ever came to the studio. Like I get shy at first. Like I would want to be just like if I ever came to your studio, I'd be like, yo, just me and you. I don't want nobody else there. Whatever. And I really only need you because you're the engineer and you're the sound dude. So, but that's how I used to be, and I'm still like that to this day because I feel like if I say something crazy that's corny or a lot of people won't get it at first, I might swing on them if they say so. But I also not a yes man. Like I want somebody to be like, yeah, that was fire. If it wasn't, it's just sometimes I'll be in my feelings. I'm Aries. I'm sensitive, and I'm also Puerto Rican, so I'm sensitive. So,
Definitely.
You know what I mean?
Stage fright.
One thing about me, I go off vibes. And
Yeah.
Once I read people, and just like certain things, I might stay out the way. If I could put my input, I know how to put my input and give it. But other than that, sometimes you might want to stay out the way.
I think my first studio session I had like 10 people in there. I think we were passing the
I
blunt on the couch.
Type of sessions.
We were passing the blunt on the couch. Someone played a beat, and we were like, you know what? Let's do it. We just hopped in there.
I don't like the whole entourage session. I like the one-on-one thing.
Look, but this was like the first time. Like I wasn't even doing music at that time. I was just chilling with people that were in the industry.
Hold on, Tone. You can spit. I need to
I
hear
was.
something.
I was.
Come on, Tone. Let's do this.
Give me a beat.
That's Tone Deaf in Florida, bro. You ain't know.
I told you I want to do the basement type. Well, when we moved to the new studio, we definitely doing the basement.
We're gonna have to get Big Tig and everything.
If I was still in Florida, that studio would have been back.
Yeah.
But I ask people, how many people y'all got? That's what I ask people. How many people coming with? I need to know.
It gets sketchy, bro. That's why.
Yeah, definitely get sketchy too.
Yeah.
And there'll be a lot of people just hanging around for no reason. I feel like it's a place to work. If everybody ain't working, I ain't worried about all the smoking and shit. Y'all can do that at your house.
But I'm talking. I was like 13, 14. Like it was dude. Like the booth was someone's closet. We got in the house was just literally like this, and there was a closet, and there was a couch here, and that was it. And then we used to just chill.
Our first time recording, we were back in the Bronx, and it was one of my boys. He had set up his closet, and it was so bad. He had like a webcam, like a computer mic, one of those ones that look like a long stick.
Yeah.
And he had a shoebox around it, and he cut a hole in the shoebox, and they put like a little strainer in it.
Yeah.
And that was it. I wasn't even rapping back then. It was like more like my boys were rapping. I just got in, laid a verse down, and I didn't start rapping probably till like 5-6 years later. But that verse was. It was terrible.
Yeah, well, yeah.
It was terrible.
The first one always is. The first one always is.
Boy, that was bad.
Speaking of the first, what was the first song that you actually freestyled over? Do you remember the first song that you freestyled over?
Now, hold on. I need to ask, what's his definition of freestyle?
Oh, okay. We'll go there too.
Off the top of the dome, or is it like something that...
I ain't no freestyle.
A song.
Because it's two different type of freestyle.
Uh-huh. That's what we're getting at. That's what we're getting at.
Freestyle just spit off the dome and just ready for this shit. I don't do that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel.
But I do freestyle my songs.
Okay.
But it's a punch and I build up my songs.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it don't need no writing involved, but I'm coming off the top. But I'm thinking about what I'm saying before I enter my next bar.
Yeah.
So I'm writing in my head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you didn't have a particular song? Like I know for me, If I Ruled the World, that as soon as that beat came on, when I was listening with Lauryn Hill, Nas, I immediately, instantly just wanted this freestyle on because it just
I thought I was
me.
back then when I thought I was Lil Wayne, so I probably was rapping over a lot of Lil Wayne beats and stuff like that. Yeah.
We have a lot of Lil Wayne.
I know.
bands on this show.
Oh
yeah,
yeah, we in
definitely.
Florida, man.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing before anybody comes for me.
I don't think
Definitely.
I don't think anybody could just straight up hate on Lil Wayne. You might have a few
I-
tracks by
Oh
him
no,
that
he
you don't fuck with,
definitely
but
paid the way.
yeah.
All right, so now that you said that though, so they're talking about versus Lil Wayne versus 50. You don't think 50 can you don't think 50 can take him out?
50 don't got enough
fuck.
records. Because you
Yo,
gotta
okay.
think. They gotta think.
That's a controversial statement right
You
there.
might
player.
you might be basing the verses off hard rap, but I'm basing it off like the hits on the charts, top. And Lil
Yeah.
Wayne is a beast of that rap, but I'm with when it comes to the verses, you gotta have them songs. I don't think 50 catalog ain't big enough. 50 catalog ain't big enough.
First of all, you're wrong.
I
But
think
I'm
that's what I
basing it
think.
off
I'm only
of-
my
So
opinion.
let me say
No,
why.
I don't think 50 catalog big enough.
I'm basing it off of if like anybody can catch it on any day, because if you don't strategically pick those 20 songs,
I don't think
it's-
Jay-Z catalog big enough.
You know what it is? I know what it is.
that's
You're from
a fact.
Florida.
And no,
So it's
and
like-
I'm just being real because
Nah.
I could play like 100 J records
Yeah.
and none of that stuff was really
But
his.
no,
It came from
but
Biggie.
hear what
A
I'm
lot
saying,
of you listen to
it's-
I'm Not a Writer, I'm a Writer. You ever listen to that?
Yeah.
All right. So I can't say
Well.
he's the best rapper. His
No,
catalog not big
I'm
enough.
not. I never, and on this whole entire show, and we're gonna ask you in a little bit. I've never said Jay-Z was on my top 5 ever, have I?
Nah.
Same. Not on mine.
All right.
My top.
So
Go ahead.
my thing,
We're
my
gonna get to
thing
your
is,
top 5. Don't worry.
we're gonna get there. But my thing is, when you're in a versus, it's not even about the charts. It's not about anything. It's about how you come with the record that you're responding to, whether you're first or you're responding to the record. It depends on the order that you're picking them in, right? Because everybody thought Dipset was gonna wash the locks.
I damn
False.
sure did.
False.
I ain't gonna lie. I was one of those
False.
dudes. I was like, Dipset got a lot of hits, so I'm like, they going, but nah, they
Nope.
just got straight up outboxed and outperformed.
They had
bro.
real music and they looked corny up there.
Yeah, they
Mhm.
couldn't get it together,
Yeah.
bro.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
They
where that
looked corny
stage.
up there.
That's where that stage fight
You feel what I'm
and stage
saying?
presence
Yeah.
comes in.
I mean,
Nah,
as far
they
as
just,
50
you know what
and-
it is. We're Harlem people. They think they look fly, and that's it. No, man, you gotta come correct.
Yeah, they gotta come correct. I think
And
they
I
win.
know a lot of my people right now in Harlem is gonna look at me and be like, "Bro, what are you doing?" Hey, I spent summers in Harlem. I can say stuff like that.
I had LOX from the jump.
Shout out
Like
Ted Smooth.
I had no issues saying that. I didn't think Dipset had a shot against LOX.
But a lot of people, hold on, when
I
that
didn't
was,
think
when
they had
that
a
was
shot.
announced, everybody thought Dipset was gonna win. Everybody, and when I say everybody, I mean the vast majority.
But
So
because you
Dipset
know
was the one.
Dipset impacted the culture different.
Yeah.
At one
Sure.
point, I wanted at one point I was wearing my, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
like jewels. You feel what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So they just impacted the world different.
Yeah.
Feel what I'm saying? As far as Jadakiss, he could have took them by himself. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
So now we go back to what I'm saying with Wayne and with Weezy and 50. It could be the same thing.
nah, I don't. It couldn't be the same thing. It
So
definitely-
what 20 songs do you think Weezy would put?
Oh
if
man, we
he-
can't run.
I mean not 20. Hold on, that's
That's a
plenty.
lot.
That's
Like,
Let's,
downgrade.
let's say 5 songs. If you had to pick for Weezy, what 5 songs would or should he put at least somewhere in that 20 caliber of verses?
And how do you think 50 would respond to it? Because
No, I don't
But
even want to
I'm
go
gonna
that
answer,
route.
I'm gonna answer this
Go ahead.
question real.
okay,
Go ahead.
That's a question, and that's an answer Lil Wayne got to give you. Because if I was to pick, I'm only picking from my favorite.
Yeah.
And that might be not what he might have picked
Yeah.
for a versus.
true.
You feel what I'm saying?
So with that answer, that's why I'm saying where Weezy might pick songs that he think is great, but at the end of the day, the fans might not respond the way they might respond to 50 songs or vice versa. So that's where I'm saying I think 50 could keep up with him.
Oh yeah,
Nah.
yeah. It's definitely not gonna be an easy fight for anybody. It's not, because
50 should
A
do
lot of
versus
people
probably.
sleep on 50,
yeah, 50,
and a lot of people don't
because
understand.
when this
that
question
50
got
has-
asked, I had to go through because I got into the comments and I'm like, all right, let me see what. And I was looking at 50's like hits.
Yeah.
He got a solid amount of them. Like I'm sure a lot of them didn't play down here because
No,
we in the
don't
South.
get me
like
wrong.
that,
50 was hard.
Yeah.
He hard.
But
But I don't think he in the versus.
and can Wayne play the songs that Gilly wrote for him, or is that off limits?
Man, look, he could play all that. He could play all that.
hey, if you paid for the
He
verses,
could play all that because at the end of the day, we don't know what songs was written for 50.
That's true.
A person
He
only
writes songs. He's never had a ghostwriter.
We
I'll
don't
go on.
we don't know that.
That's true.
A
We don't know
person
that.
only know
Mm.
what you tell them,
Yeah, it's true.
and a person that keep a secret if they pay well. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's a fact.
I was gonna rebuttal until you said that, and then I was like, yeah, I've kept secrets. I wrote some things for people, and
You know
a
what I
lot of
mean?
people don't know.
Yeah,
So
it's true.
I done
You're right.
ghostwriter stuff, and I'm not even on credit for it.
Yeah.
So
That's common. Unfortunately, common in this day and age.
Speaking
I
of
know
Common,
this time
Common
they ain't
wrote
gonna
for
get me
Kanye.
They ain't gonna get me the right now without getting credit. I need everything. I need credit, royalties, percentage.
Yep.
All that.
Yeah.
And a
I
drop.
wish I would have known the business when I was younger, boy. I'd be paid.
Man,
Yeah.
what? I caught it.
Yeah. So let's jump right into your top 5.
Top 5 rappers.
Yep.
Sadly to say, as of right now, I don't have any top 5 rappers. Lil Wayne ain't even in my top 5 right now.
Of all time, it's not right now.
All
Just
time?
of
All time. Let's go all time.
Yeah, dead or alive. No. Just
Definitely
who
Wayne.
who would be on if Cartier had a Mount Rushmore, and I know there's
4.
5 is more than 5 on Mount Rushmore, but if Cartier had to make a stone of 5 rappers and it was going outside of his crib or outside the studio, when people pulled up, they were like, oh, so this is what he rocks with. Who would be on those stones?
Oh, definitely. I had Lil Wayne, Lauryn Hill. I definitely got to have T.I. Just the old T.I. in his era. He was just so rubber band, man.
Push up with the dumbbells, T.I. Skinny boy.
Definitely. And then coming in tonight like Lil Baby. And then I put Kodak up there.
Kodak. Shouts out to Kodak.
Okay.
I've never put him in my top 5,
All right.
but
You
Kodak
really got to listen
fire.
to Yak. Yak hard.
Yo,
And
Kodak
he
is-
versatile. He's hard.
Kodak is gas. That Peachy
Hard.
track that he got this one
Hard.
called Midas Touch. You heard Midas Touch?
Yeah, he still speak with a lot of pain too. Like,
Bro, the song Midas Touch has so much intelligence in it.
I feel
So
like I'm
much,
missing
like,
out
people-
because I keep hearing Kodak on a lot of
Kodak's
like on podcasts and people talking about. Like I'm like I guess
It's
I'm
hard
missing
to
something. I don't
Because
know.
like for me, my fault.
I said I'm right there with you, Tone. I'm missing out on Kodak,
So for
apparently,
me, it was
because-
like
Yeah, I don't know.
I moved down here from the
I guess I'm
Bronx
slipping. I don't know.
probably about,
tap in with him.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like I
2008.
have to.
and for me, it took me a long time for me to get used to the culture down here. And I said it one time on the show before. It took one of my cousins to leave a 2 Chainz True Religion mixtape in my car, and the first time I heard it, I was like, oh Lord, here we go. You know, I was one of those New York, like I only want to hear Dipset and shit like that.
Yeah.
And then he put that in. I'm like, I ain't really feeling this. And then he left it in my car. And then one day I put it on. And I'm like, I caught myself vibing to it. And like probably my 3rd play in, I'm like, I know I'm true. You know what I'm saying? I knew I had that shit locked down, and that was it. Like once you start to expose yourself to the Southern culture and how it is and the different ways it works and really come in tune with like the lingo, because it's even like almost like a different language too. You know what I mean?
It is.
Yeah, Kodak is honestly probably, and I know I'm gonna catch a lot of flack for saying this, but probably one of the dopest top 3 rappers that ever came out of Florida. I'll stand by. I'll die on that hill. I'll die on that hill.
I'm with you on that.
I'm okay.
I'll die on
Like I
that
said,
hill.
I'm gonna have to get up on
Yeah,
that.
I gotta tap in with Kodak.
Right?
I tried to tap in when I lived in Florida, and I was just
Because yeah, I know. Like I think I heard like maybe 1 or 2 songs.
It's hard because even when I try to get into him, his antics are a little like I remember one time. Every time I try to like put people on the Kodak, he do some dumb shit. Like, I remember I was like, "Yo, check him out!" And then the video came out of him just straight up mooning the crowd like in the club, and I'm like, "Damn, yeah, what you doing, bro?" But he's like that. He's a kid. He's a project baby. You know, he just be doing whatever he wants, and that's what I love about Kodak. He's just unapologetically Kodak.
Yeah.
Like raw, real person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
People like him and Cardi B, they just raw, they real, they just radiate that authenticity, and you know you don't get that shit from everybody, you know.
That's true. That's true. I don't know. Like I said, I guess I gotta like get a recommended. Like give me like 5 Kodak songs that I gotta listen to that tells me exactly.
send them in the group chat.
Yeah, like because I want to know. Because like I said, I guess I missed this whole fucking wave or something.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I don't know. I guess I heard some of his wrong songs or something.
You know what he's doing again, Tom, right?
Was
He's
that
calling it?
Colin? What?
He's calling us old.
Yeah, we old. That's okay.
what he
We
did.
old.
Like,
Hey man, I'm 30, so I
30.
I feel.
I wish
old
I was
times,
30.
You know what I
I
mean?
wish I was 30.
You know, shit I was doing when I was 30. Shit.
I was getting ready to move to Florida when I was 30.
Hang it out.
When I was 30, I didn't have a care in the world.
Shit.
I'm
just
surprised I don't
retired
got
from
grades
DJing
yet.
when I was
How
30.
much I be worrying about shit.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, let's get back to it though. So you said top 5. We got your whole 5, right? You said Wayne, yeah,
Lauryn Hill,
Lauryn Hill.
Kodak, Lil Baby,
Yeah,
and
it's Lauryn Hill.
that was 5.
yeah, I think.
No, he said somebody else. It was Wayne,
Yeah.
Lauryn Hill, Lil Baby, Kodak, and he
T.I.
did say
T.I.
somebody else.
T.I.
T.I.
That's right.
T.I.
Rubber Band Man.
I mean, I like
Wildest
T.I.
Taliban.
I think he's more. I like his community. Like he supports community. Like here, I'm always talking about people about community and talking about how they're making stuff their life better or other people's lives better. And T.I. is one of them. Nipsey Hussle is number one. Probably number one that I used to get with. That I used
Well,
to
I don't
fuck
want to give him too much credit on the community part, and that didn't mean taken away.
with. Yeah,
But some people go through shit and have to be forced to go that route.
true,
I feel like if you're gonna take care of the community, this should have been done
true.
before you had to go forced down that avenue.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
true.
Well, a lot of people also. I agree with you, 1,000%.
Yeah.
But a lot of people also have to go through growth and being mature in order to understand that they need to do that.
Yeah,
You know
some
what I
people
mean?
got to get
Like,
humbled.
Oh,
Yeah,
he was at
like,
the age.
it's to-
He was at the age to know growth. At
He's
that
a
age,
grown
you know what
man,
I'm saying?
you know?
He definitely at the age to know what was
Like
going on.
I mean, and I don't mean to switch everything all at once, but like LeBron did it for his community out the gate, just because like he's always done it, and I'm
Yeah.
not a LeBron fan by
No, you're
no
not.
means.
No, he's far. He's like
But
the opposite of a
Yeah.
LeBron fan.
He's just total like I'm putting down for my community. He
Yeah.
had that instilled in him.
Yes.
That's because
But
some people
LeBron is
raised
also
different.
a ball player. You know what I mean?
Because some people raised different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Correct.
Some people
absolutely.
raised just everything was together. Moms make sure everything's straight. They got a different type of structure. You got some people just raised in the hood. They used to crumbs. So when they get such and such,
Yeah.
they don't know how to share, even know how to percentage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was at a point
even-
where I ain't no percentage, and I was scared to bust down and break down with people. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm in a position where I break down with my team because I'm not scared of percentage no more. Because percentage really be peanuts. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Oh,
Sure.
absolutely.
You feel me?
Yeah. Yeah. And I feel that we always have something that we can give to our community and something that we can teach others to be successful. And I'm a big supporter in that. You know what I mean?
You got to feed the streets
Yep.
because the streets gonna get fed one way or another.
Like right now, me and my team get back to the community all the time.
Yeah.
As far as every time they go back.
How old are you, Cartier? If you don't mind me asking.
I'm 30.
30.
92
Yes,
babies,
sir.
we out here.
So
So maybe you a little mature than the other people
no, definitely.
out there. Period. Because like for me, I've done a lot of things in my life, and only during the pandemic. I mean, I've always gave, here and there, but like during the pandemic, it really made me tap into who I was as far as a caring person. Because like in New York City, me and my friends got grants because the farmers were told to give away their crops because everything was all messed up or whatever. So we got a grant and we gave out 3.5 million pounds worth of fresh produce throughout the 5 boroughs of New York City.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then from there, just kind of it was like what we're talking about being on stage. Once you got it in you and you felt it, you were like, oh, I'm going with this. You know what I mean? Now,
Yeah.
at any given moment, I'll come home and tell my wife, yo, I need 100 meals. Let's go feed the people in Baltimore because now I live in Maryland.
That's
You know
real.
what I'm saying? And Baltimore's crazy, crazy streets out here, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, now I just got that bug and I got that high, so to speak, of giving back. And now I won't let off the gas. Like I'm trying to do real estate, get affordable housing out here, where I can take Section 8, make sure I'm a good landlord and all that. So I feel you. Just it takes some people time, and
Nah,
I'm
it definitely
41.
takes time. I wish
You
I
dig
would
what
have
I'm
caught
saying?
on earlier, but I'm definitely glad I caught on when I did catch on. And I'm still learning too.
Yeah.
And I'm still going through trials and tribulations too at the same time.
I mean, we all get cuts and bruises on the way up.
Nah, definitely.
So you got to learn from them.
So let's take it to the other side of things, where something we always talk about too. What is your top 5 culture movies?
Culture.
Whether
What'd you say?
cultural movies,
Movies.
like hip hop movies, Boys in the Hood, Menace Society, anything along those lines. What would be your top 5 movies?
Man, I'd probably be lame if I answer this question. I really don't got no top 5 culture movies. Like,
Really?
I really don't got no
What
top.
would- what's
Yo,
your
he's
top
in the
5
studio
movies,
more
period?
than the computer. You ain't hear that?
I was about to say this. I was about to be like,
Yo,
yo,
you don't got time to be
so
watching movies, bro.
If
You
you
making
if
them-
you ever if just not cultural movies, what would be your top 5? No judgment, no nothing. Like what movies you have that you really like?
That I really, really like.
Just so you know, we
Definitely
mean.
ha ha.
Just
I
so
like, I like ha ha.
just so you know, we no judgment. He said Tarzan on one. So
Hey, the soundtrack. Phil Collins. Shout out Phil Collins.
so no judgment whatsoever. So,
Uh,
but yeah, how high? Hell yeah.
ha ha.
Fuck
If I could take it all the way back, one that I can remember as a child, that first Lion King was hard.
Mm-hmm.
Lion King did go
Definitely like
hard.
Menace to Society.
Yep.
Set It Off was always
Fuck
gonna
yeah.
be a classic.
Queen Latifah.
That's
Friday,
the first
we set
Friday.
it off.
The first Friday always gonna be a classic.
First Friday, especially.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I really like. Sometimes I'll be knowing the name of the movies, but I really like if I watch a movie, I like a lot of action movies.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
But I grew up on what's the movie? Steven Seagal. I used
Okay.
to watch a lot of Steven Seagal back then. My grandma
Under
had.
Under Siege.
Yeah, my grandma
all
had
that.
me watching Steven Seagal for sure.
Hmm.
Yeah, I
That's a
think
good
that's the
action
first time we
sequences.
ever heard of Set It Off being named on here.
For real.
That's a fact.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one of my favorites.
Nobody's
Lethal Weapon was a good one too though.
Lethal Weapon is
Yep.
my
Now
shit.
y'all got me just sitting here thinking about
There
movies.
you go.
Yeah.
Well,
like, bro,
Because
this is
movies
like-
have like influence on us. Like movies like very like subtly influence a lot of things that we do in our life.
Oh,
Go ahead.
what's the movie? Eddie Murphy just redid it. It's like Dynamite. It's kind of new, but y'all seen that?
No, I haven't seen that. one.
Dynamite.
Nah.
Watch that. It's a remake of the old Dynamite.
It's with Michael J. White, the dude, swole black dude. It's not Black Dynamite, is it?
Nah, it's Dynamite.
Dynamite.
Hmm.
Eddie Murphy.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I love Eddie Murphy.
Man, I watched that thing like 3 times that day. It was just so good. It's hard.
There you go. Yeah.
And it was based off a real movie. And it had something to do with the music industry too. So that's why it got me locked in on
Yeah.
it. And he took his music to making movies out of it.
Oh, Dolomite.
Dolomite. That's
Dolomite.
what it's called. Dolomite.
All right.
Dolomite. I know
Dolomite.
what the-
I know. I
You
didn't
watch
see
that?
I ain't see it.
I remember.
talking about
I remember.
Dynamite.
Nah,
I'm
I
gonna
didn't
watch
see
that
it.
tonight.
I watched the old one.
Yeah,
I
see,
watched
it was
the
a
old
remake.
one.
It was a-
Oh shit, it's on
Tone,
Netflix.
you know the old one. You know the old one.
Yeah, it was a remake.
Dolomite, you definitely know it's a remake. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's dude, the old one. He got like it's like I think
Who's
in
in the
the
old one?
70s.
Yeah, he's old.
Oh man, I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but it's like based in the 70s where they had like the big hats and like the fish
bottom.
that's the way the old one was.
They was doing like comedy rap, like funny rap,
Mm.
like comedy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah, check it out.
Rudy
This is
Ray
good.
Moore.
Nope.
Yeah, Rudy.
Dolomite was yeah, it was funny.
I might go watch it later on after my set.
Yeah,
I just brought it back up.
Like I said, I'm gonna watch that tonight because
So-
I've been looking for new movies to watch.
Nah, definitely.
I don't know, but like I said, movies actually influence a lot of things that we do effectively in our life. Like especially with music, like we mentioned Belly on this podcast many times. There's a lot of different movies, like sports movies. They actually influence. Like right now, like basketball, we were talking about. We talked about Space Jam on the first show, and then how LeBron has an effect on a lot of things. I don't admit that Space Jam 2 exists, but
Yeah, I ain't even see that one.
Just hit
Dope.
Jay right now.
I ain't
Dope.
see that one.
You know,
Just hit Jay right
it's
now.
not as bad as you.
I seen it. I seen it.
Yeah,
It's
I
bad.
never even been to that studio, and I know Tone just wants to smack you upside your head every time.
Feel the heat. It got hot all of a sudden.
He
Put
won't
me in
do
the hot
it.
seat.
It's like the new house party. Like stop.
The new house party was bad. I'm gonna go out and say that it wasn't bad. I mean, I don't. They probably could have named it
wasn't
anything
bad?
other than house party. It wasn't bad. It was
That's
good.
like
I could watch it again, and that's how I judge a movie.
haven't- I
Whether or
haven't
not I
watched
could watch
it.
it again is how I decide.
Man, I can't even take you seriously right now.
I ain't gonna lie. The way
I
like
haven't watched this, so I don't know.
I've been watching like series lately. Like
Good.
when I do get sit down.
Yeah.
So I did get stuck on the series All American. I don't know if y'all seen
No,
that.
I ain't
Oh, about the football.
Super
About the
dope.
football.
Yeah.
All American is dope.
It's
Yeah.
dope. So that
American
I
is-
definitely learned some values and how I changed my life and how I treat my friends and stuff like that. Like even how I treat my family. So
Yes.
it's like 'cause life's short and people can be gone. Like
That's a fact.
Well, you see a lot of things that we watch in movies and TV shows. We learn about different lifestyles that we wouldn't normally be privy to because we don't know how the other people live on the other side. Like I don't know how a lot of people live in Texas, but like through movies and stuff like that, you're able to see like the different mindsets and different different values that they have, like farmers and all that stuff. Like I'm not a farmer. I don't know anybody that farms, but you know what? I've seen people or I've seen movies that do have those experiences, and I have an idea of like how hard they work, and I have an appreciation for that. That's how we learn about having the appreciation for other people in different crafts and different ideals and different religions and different different music genres. Like just like not just speaking of rap, but there's also country singers that been through trials and tribulations too. Like they've been through a lot of shit.
now you can hear their name music. It's the same.
Yeah.
Like I tell people, country is the same. Like,
Yeah.
they talk about smoking weed, shooting
Country is
people,
just
Yeah.
hip hop.
effing girls, all kind of stuff, doing coke,
yeah,
8
the
ball.
house
It's the same. It's just a different tune.
Yeah. So like I said, it's just like
That's all we do.
it's a lot of different like aspects that normally people like we wouldn't be knowledgeable of, and it's through music and movies and TV shows we actually have an appreciation for a lot of these scenarios that we wouldn't normally go into.
Y'all ever watch? And I'm asking the three of y'all. Y'all ever watch something that wouldn't normally be your taste, so to speak, but you were interested in possibly living that lifestyle at one point, so it just captivated you?
Scarface. 100% Scarface.
I don't know. I want to chill life.
Yo, listen,
I
I
want to
wanted-
sit on a beach and just calm the fuck down
Listen,
and chill.
after that shit, I was like,
Scarface.
1,000 kilos. Take it easy, man. I got it. That's it. Yo, it was bad. Even to this day, when that opening scene comes on, you hear that
I'ma
opening
tell you
music.
right
My
now.
girl goes in the next room. The opening music comes on, where it's like, doo, doo,
Oh my
doo.
God.
My girl be
You
like,
ever
oh, you
sat
watching
down
Scarface?
El
Chapo.
Chapo.
You ever sat down El Chapo?
El Chapo. Man. Y'all watch the Chapo documentary?
Did you watch the El Chapo on Netflix?
Yes. I'm telling you
Yeah,
that, man.
yeah,
That man
yeah.
was man.
They bust that man out.
I didn't even know he was living like I knew like the story, but just
Oh my
watching
God.
it,
Yeah.
it give you a different vibe, different feel on him.
Yeah, you ever really sat down and watched all the Scarface?
Hell yeah, I watch that joint like at least once or twice a year. That's like a holiday in
This
my
man was
household.
having
There's a
party in jail.
there's a lot of people that love Scarface, but when I tell them it's 3 hours, they're like, I never got to 3 hours.
Nah, I watch that shit all
I
the
don't
way
even
through.
think I watched the full movie of Scarface. I think I always catch him.
Nah.
See,
Listen,
Hey,
with
I'm
me,
like,
little friend part,
with
right?
me, it's
Let
so
me tell you
bad.
let me tell you how far back I go. With
I know if I'm
Scarface.
going to bed,
I had the VHS and it was 2 tapes.
yeah, like Titanic.
How would you know?
No, yeah, right? Hey, listen, I grew up. You know how, real quick, you know how
If
I
I
knew.
could take it back, it would have been Marty from Back to the Future. I'd be on that board flying right.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
Back to the
that's
Future was
nice.
one of my top five
Always
for sure.
a classic.
No, but how I knew I was poor growing up is
Shit, I
and,
knew I was
and,
poor.
and, don't, and don't get me wrong. My parents provided. I just knew I wasn't wealthy. I should say that I wasn't poor, but I wasn't wealthy. But like one day I came to school, everybody's talking about what they got for Christmas and all that, and it was probably a slow Christmas for us, with the family. But they was like, yeah, so what'd you get for Christmas? They're calling on everybody, and I was like, oh well, my family, yeah, we just got a DVD player, so we don't got to use the VCR no more. And then somebody was like, damn, y'all just got a DVD player, and I was like, dang, and everybody started laughing and shit.
That's crazy.
I think
that
for
is
like
so
10 years straight,
disrespectful.
10 years straight, I think I got mittens from the church because that's where we used to get our gifts from. They used to give us presents from the church. That's how poor we were.
Yeah, hey,
Bro,
humble
That's
beginnings.
because you grew up in Atlantic City, bro.
So
and,
what?
and it's crazy too, because
Poor.
back then
I
that's
was.
all you knew.
I was.
You probably enjoyed those gloves.
I didn't know anything better. I didn't
Yeah,
know
it was
anything
like,
different.
yes, bro,
Yeah, let me
and
tell you
that's
something.
amazing.
It's a different poor when you grew up in Coney Island and Atlantic City because you see the beach and that's where everybody wants to go, but that's like the facade
Mm-hmm.
of everything.
I read through
And
all the
on
bullshit.
the other side of it, you still living really, really struggling.
Mm-hmm.
Whole family is fucked up, and everybody's coming to where you live,
Yep.
and you're like, why y'all coming here? I'm trying to get the fuck out.
Bro,
Coney Island and Coney Island and Atlantic City are the only two hoods that I believe that there's beaches and there's hoods.
Not
Yeah.
anymore. I don't know if you've been to Coney Island recently. My little bro used to live out there back in like
Bro,
2019.
I just moved here 2
Bro.
years ago, straight from
Bro,
Jamaica, Queens.
Where he
bro.
was at was across the street from the beach, and all he had was like Jewish doctors and all these like it was like a heavy Jewish area, and they was all like upscale. It was very white, very white. This is in Coney
Jewish people
Island, New
go
York.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it was
So go on
Gentrified.
YouTube.
I went through Jersey and
Go on YouTube and look
got
up Atlantic
old
City
Chinese
streets and just watch because there's videos of people just driving through Atlantic City. Just go through.
seeing
They-
zombies and shit. The standing people
Well,
on
I'm
heroin.
not
No,
even
it's not
gonna
actually
hold you.
heroin.
And
No.
I'm not even gonna hold
Yeah,
you,
they
and
be
I
out
know
there.
this sounds super crazy, and I swear to God, this is real. My first Cartier watch I bought off of the Atlantic City border,
for real.
and it was some dude that sold me a watch that he said he got off the truck. I paid $100 for it. I was probably like 16 years old, and my parents yelled at me because I left the hotel room at like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning because I couldn't sleep, and I just went off the border. And I'm off the boardwalk, and they were like, "Do you realize how crazy Atlantic City was?" And I'm like, "You realize how crazy I am? We're good." But I bought a Cartier watch. That was my first Cartier watch I ever had.
Man, that's dope. That's dope.
I'm telling you, Atlantic City was
I'm
no
just
joke,
saying.
especially back in 25 years ago.
Yeah,
Shit.
everything was different back then.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I mean,
Get away with
Dude,
murder.
the price of
easily.
Jordans was different back then.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, let's not even start about. Bro, I bought
Everything
these.
is
I bought
different.
these like probably 8 years ago for like $225.
Come on, take them off your feet. Show them to the people. What you got?
Just the Aquas.
Take them off your feet. Show them to the people.
I think the only shoes I owned in Atlantic City were my Timbs. That's it. I think I had Timbs in every color, and that was it. And
That's what I'm saying. How you on the beach with Timbs, bro?
Timbs.
And then they
I
get
was,
mad at
though.
me
I
when
was.
do it.
And he said he had every color.
every color. My favorite were the all black leather ones. Those are my
They
with
get
the
mad at
white
me.
rim. With the white rim.
Oh,
That shit was.
No, they got mad at me when I showed up to Clearwater Beach with my Jordans on, and they're like, "Yo, why you show up to the beach with sneakers on, nigga? Because I'm from New York. That's why.
Mhm.
I know what it is.
Man.
You gotta just break out the Jordan slides, bro. I actually gotta give me a pair. I ain't bought a pair of Jordan slides.
I
in a
don't
minute.
wear slides.
I like my slides.
You need slides.
I wear
in
my
Florida.
Croc slides.
I
Them
wear
shit's
Crocs
comfy as
now,
hell.
man. I ain't gonna
Hell
cap.
yeah.
That's what's
Yeah.
up.
I started getting Crocs in like every color. I got
Crocs
all the
is fire
pieces,
because you can
charms.
cuss. Yeah, the charms, bro.
My
The
joint-
charms
my
changed the
joint look
game.
fly. People try to steal my Crocs.
See, I got Croc slides. I love my shits.
Yeah, I gotta give me some Crocs.
Ever owned a pair of Crocs
get-
and it's
get
gonna
you
be
some-
like
get you
Game
some
of
Crocs.
Thrones? I'm never gonna do it.
Get you some.
Get the slides, man. That's gonna ease you and they're comfy as
Hey,
hell.
bro, I ain't gonna lie. I said that. I said that, but I had to do a Croc party, so everybody had to wear Crocs, and I just ordered the hardest one, and I just fell in love with how they look. And I just
They
Got
comfy
I would have
too.
been the only. I would have been the only nigga with Jordans on at a Crocs party. And on the flyer in little ass fucking font, it would have been like, "You are suggested to wear. You don't have to wear."
we gonna wear the all black at the all white party? That what you gonna do? Is that what shit comes?
I usually wore all red at the all white party. Not gonna lie.
for Versuz, switch it up.
But Cartier, so you talk about so we talking about Brooklyn, we're talking about Coney Island and all that. So let's get back to the root of things on where were you born? Where like
St.
where were
Peters-
you born? Where were you raised? Everything.
St. Petersburg, Florida. I was raised in St. Pete,
Local.
born and raised in St. Pete. I lived in Virginia, Richmond, Virginia. You know, I lived in Atlanta. I lived in Orlando, and I lived in New York for like a month. But I was up there because I was running away from something. I got in some
I
trouble.
feel that.
out here.
That's how it goes.
That's how I ended up
Go
here.
top for a minute.
That's how I ended up here.
Go top for a minute, but
You notice how motherfuckers from down south run north. And
Yeah.
niggas from north run down south.
Yes,
That's how
sir.
it is.
Yes, sir.
so I definitely was up there for sure.
Like something, and that's how I winded up in Florida. I'm just saying.
Mhm.
But I didn't do it.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway.
Definitely.
so you
St. Pete.
so you homebred.
Yeah, definitely homebred.
All right. So how big do you think your influence is in this area?
I was pretty big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what I speak of is like, what do you feel that you do in the community that you think is going to put this area and this community, you know, above a lot of different ones?
Say that again.
What do you think that you do in this community that allows this community to upgrade and be above other communities with your music, with your talent, with your reach, like with your just helping and donating and you know community efforts? You know, what do you think that you bring to the table that will put this community up above everyone else?
You know, I'm gonna say this to say that to help to answer that question real good. Cause I'm sitting here really like thinking, and I'm trying to give it to you the best way without it sounding crazy.
All right.
When you say community, I really have to know like
Yeah.
what you mean because
Okay.
to me it's different kind of communities.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm not going around helping all the communities.
Absolutely.
I'm only helping the communities
They want to help themselves.
that not just want to help themselves, they get the bigger picture
Okay.
and that's on the same page.
See, that's a community though.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a community.
So when I say that,
Well, like, what do you do to that community to help them get to the next level?
just help them see different things, help them open their eyes up to different things. Like my community would probably be like an artist community.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
you have certain artists that might go to a show and some might come in Hollywood and they might not get the response that they need from the fans or
Yep.
from new listeners because they came in with the
Yeah.
approach.
Yep.
So I tell artists like, if you don't know people, go network before you go on stage.
Yep.
So now when I see this person that already came engaged with me go up on stage as they turn, I'm gonna put down what I'm doing and be like, oh, that's homie that just came and tapped in with me. Let me pay attention.
Plug in, yep.
Let me tune in. You know what I'm saying? So
That's a jewel right
it's
there,
just
bro.
teaching them different stuff. So with my community, just family, being there for your kids. So everybody around me is better fathers, better humans. Just taking care of people.
That's what's up.
For sure.
What's up.
That's
And
a
you
big
notice
part of
he
it.
said you don't need, like, you don't need to be that guy. Like, you can humble yourself no matter what stage you are. Because I've been on tour with legends and they always, go out to the crowd, whether it's on a slide or not, they always go out to the crowd and chill with the people and then hit the stage. And when they didn't do that for whatever reason, there was interviews backstage, there was, whatever reason they didn't do it, I noticed being their DJ that the crowd participation and everything was different. Like the energy in the room was different. So I don't care if Jay-Z, I'll go down to say from Jay, I don't care if you're Jay, Kodak Black, I don't care if you're Benny the Butcher, I don't care if you're Cuban Link or whoever, but whoever. When you get into a room, yeah, you want to do the whole side door and, yeah, you're paid to be there. But always slide through to a bar or somewhere that's amongst the people, because I guarantee those people are going to be the people that look you up, whether they know you or not, because the people around them might know who you are, and then you gain more fans, you gain more the crowd participation, everything is super. Like,
It's important.
this
to tap
dude
in.
right here is so much onto something, and I can't stress this enough. Like, if y'all haven't heard everything he said thus far, y'all need to go back, rewind this, listen to what this dude is saying, and then come to this point and listen to what he's about to say, because he's definitely dropping some jewels on you, like Jay just said. And y'all not paying attention. Y'all mean that means y'all listening. So, but go ahead.
That's a fact. Cause like when I was on my grind heavy, now I kind of do it more so like just like I won't want to say a hobby, but it's more like a passion. Like I just like to be creative, perform, do arts, stay tied to music. But when I was heavy on it, I would come to shows with. At first of all, anytime I booked a show, I'd be like, "Can I set a table up?" That's the first thing I ask. Can I set a table up? They'd be like, "Yeah" or "No." If they said no, I'm gonna ask somebody else. Yo, can I set a table up? Can I set a table up? And I come out, I set my whole table up. I'd have back in the day we had CDs. I put my mixtapes on the table. I put a stack of T-shirts on the table. I showed up everywhere with at least like 100 shirts. And then I would go around the room and give all the important people free shirts. And when I say important people, I mean the club owner, the the DJ, the promoter, sometimes security, people that's gonna look out for me while I'm there. And it got to the point where after a while, I remember specifically walking in to do a show at a strip club in Tampa. I can't remember if it was like Emperors or some. And I went to do a show, and I'm walking in, and I walk in, and they're like, "Yo, we got Jay just chilling in the building." I look, I'm like, "Who the fuck?" I walk over to DJ. I'm like, "Yo, he's like, yo, what's up, man?" I'm trying to figure out where. I'm like, I know his face, but where do I know him? He's like, "You don't remember? You gave me the T-shirt." I'm like, "Oh shit, and bro, them shits." I'm talking about. I went up to New York. Somebody showed me a picture of their cousin in Florida, and he's like, "Yeah, it's my cousin. He a rapper." And when he showed me the picture, he had my shirt on, and I was like, "I'm fucking yeah." I was doing big shit for a little bit, and then
Go back. That's good what you did. But to go back to what you just spoke on, you gave them out to the people that you felt important. Sometimes that might not good because you might have walked past the person that was super important.
Oh yeah.
That you didn't even expect to be important.
Oh, for sure.
So you gotta work the rooms a little bit.
Oh yeah. No, I'm
different.
I try to push the shirts. Is that at the end of the day, it's like merchandise, so I can't be just giving everybody a free shirt. You know what I mean?
No, I'm just saying
like,
you gotta find a way to work that avenue.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, exactly. You gotta find out what works.
I made these shirts. Y'all know the I Heart New York shirts. I definitely made a shirt that said I Heart DJ Show, and I made it identical to the I Heart New York shirts, and I would give them all up and down everywhere.
You know
what? But I also made my team shirts that on the front it said, "Don't ask us our name, stupid bitch, we're famous." And on the back it had my name, my logo on it, everything. And I went out like 20, 30 deep one night, and everybody was like, "Yo, who?" And they were like, "Him right there." Like, they were just with me. We were just all chilling. But like once a month, I would go make shirts and just, 30 people want to come out and chill with me. Just all you got to do is wear this shirt. Everything else is on me. Yeah. Bottles on me. Whatever's on me. But just wear this shirt. So when people saw us in drones, they would be like, "Yo, what the fuck is this about?"
No, fact.
That dude right there, he's the guy. And that's how I got a lot of, people to fuck with me.
No, definitely. True. Y'all from New York, right?
Jersey. I'm from Jersey.
New York.
New York.
Remember the Brooklyn Tees when they came out? They had the cursive.
Brooklyn. Yeah.
I was heavy on them when them dropped because I had a lot of friends from New York. Orlando is full of New York.
Oh yeah,
New York.
Florida in general. Yeah.
So like all my friends in high school, they're from New York. So when you hear my accent, I don't have a real like Florida accent. Like it's in between.
Lies.
It's like in between. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, definitely. The accent definitely gets a lot thicker than that for sure.
Yeah, for sure. It do.
Sometimes
mine's in between.
Sometimes I catch myself. I'm like, oh, hold on, I gotta slow it down a little bit. Gotta break it down.
Yeah, I got a lot of friends from New York. So
yeah. We're very influential down here. We all come down here in droves.
That's for sure.
From the Northeast.
The thing with like Florida is, especially Orlando, and it doesn't get enough praise as what it should. Orlando is really the little New York, the little melting pot of the South. Because there's a lot of people that go to Miami, but there's a lot of foreigners in Miami.
There's a lot of tourism.
A lot of Asians, a lot of Zos, a lot of Cubans, whatever.
Yeah.
But Orlando is literally almost like New York City.
It is.
Where there's a little bit of everybody.
It is.
You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
that's how I knew like about the Spanish culture and the Spanish women and all this other stuff. Cause coming from, I'm just in class, St. Pete, white and black. I ain't had no Asians and all this other stuff. So when I come up to Orlando, it's a different type of culture. I'm in class with Haitian people. They thought I was Haitian, but I'm just black. But I'm in class now with different.
I was just about to ask you too.
Oh no, so I'm in class with different cultures. So I think that was one of the best moves that I could have did too. But that's what opened me up to all the cultures.
Now, in your movement, I see that you got a lot of artists around you at all times. You always, I think I'm looking down your page, and I told you this before, we started the interview. I was trying to figure out which artist you were. I'm like, I'm not even sure he raps anymore. I'm like, I thought he was a rapper, but so many different artists here, and now we
trying to put on a lot of people.
My long point being, do you see yourself at some point trying to, get some sort of label deal, or maybe even like do your own indie label?
Yeah, definitely. We're working on that right now. My brother just signed to Empire. He just signed to Empire, so we just got him through the door. Let him
That's
do
what's
his
up.
thing. We just opened up a management company.
Okay.
So we're just creating the steps right now to try to build for the future. I didn't want to sign right now. Like I said, everybody's story gonna be different.
Yep.
I want to have a different type of situation, different type of leverage, type of going in.
That leverage important.
Yeah, definitely.
For sure. See, that's what I'm talking about. Mind state of a real hustler right here. It's always important to know where your leverage is, because without enough leverage, it's almost like you're asking for a favor, you know. But when you got that leverage, it's like, look, this is what I got. You know, you could get in on this if you want, or I
Now,
could get
'cause a lot of
somebody
people
else
getting
to get
deals.
in
Like
on
you
this.
gotta think, so many people rap now.
Yeah,
The game is really like saturated. So even the deals that they giving,
it's so
it's
bad.
360.
Yeah.
And then they gotta pay the shit back.
Yep.
Why would I do that when I could build my own advance, build my own budget? You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Create my own merch, build my own studio, create my own ways I can make my own profit, and them not get a dollar out of nothing.
And what a lot of people don't talk about is if you go through the proper avenues and LLCs and do all your stuff and take your receipts down and bank accounts, and you're able to track it, is you can actually turn this into a business proposal, and you can take it to the bank and get your own loan. That's what a lot of these labels started out as. I mean, I'm sure they got a lot of their own money now, but
Talk about it, Jay.
you know what I'm
Talk
saying?
about
You
it,
take
Jay.
that and
Come
you
on.
and you run it up, and you come with a proper proposal business plan, and they say, look, we doing these numbers. You know,
it sound good, but just having an LLC and a plan, banks ain't giving no loan.
oh yeah, no, you
You know
gotta
what I'm
have.
saying? You gotta go
Then
through
now,
certain. You
but
gotta
I'm
go
gonna
through
take that. I'll take it one step further
You
though.
gotta go through certain
So-
steps to have your personal credit at a certain number, and then your business credit have to be at a certain number.
Yeah, that's
You
what
know
I
what I'm
mean.
saying?
Exactly.
So you have
Yep.
to get net 30's account, you have to net 60's account, you have to do stuff to build up
Yep.
your business before you can even go get a loan.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And they ain't telling you all them steps.
Oh yeah. No,
TikTok make it
first
easier.
thing-
You can do this. Do
the
this.
first
thing
it
I
ain't, it ain't like that.
no, for sure. Yeah, the people, and that's the part that kills me. They're like, oh, you file an LLC and da. But you don't realize, and I learned this the hard way. I just got hit with a $400 fee.
And you don't want to LLC. You want to get an escrow.
Yeah. S corp for certain things. Certain things you got to go certain ways. And music, I know nothing about. But like for me, I filed an LLC for my business because, you know, if I mess around and damage property, I don't want nobody coming after my house I just bought. So if I get an LLC, it's like, I get limited liability. So it's like they ain't gonna come for my property. They're gonna come after the business. But yeah, I took $400 hit just because I didn't verify my address by May 1st. That's a $400 mistake right there. Just that. So people talking about file an
I just
LLC and
saw
da.
that on-
It's not that easy. You know, it's not all fun and games, and you could put money on an LLC if you don't file at the end of the year and you don't pay that $150 fee by May 1st and verify your address. First off,
Annual report.
you're gonna owe full.
What they
Yeah,
don't tell you is you really can take if you got money to play with, you can get a loan. Get what I'm saying? So if you got $10,000 to play, you can open up a bank account, let it sit in there for 30 to 90 days. The bank gonna match you a loan for what you got sitting in there. Feel what I'm saying? You take that loan money, open up another bank account, do the cycle, just pay the interest back. See what I'm saying?
yeah.
On the other loan, it just you can't fumble when you
Right.
when you operating like that.
I've agreed with you on everything. There's one thing I'm gonna disagree with you.
What's that?
What you're supposed to do is go buy a little multifamily property, so that way you have a studio. If you buy, let's say, a quadplex, right? Quadplex is four units. Put your studio in one unit, rent out the others. So now your tenants are paying for the whole entire building. You get that asset. And now if you buy that, let's say we're just using roundabout numbers, let you buy that for 200,000. Now the building appreciates over time. You can get a loan, or you have equity in that building.
Yeah,
Take
you
the
pull out
loan
your
out.
equity.
Now you pull that out to the bank and say, yo, I got this building that's now worth 350, 400. That's a $150,000 loan, $200,000 loan. Now you flip that to doing everything you're saying now, where you go to the bank and you say, look, I got this, whatever. Now you're giving yourself, and it's all against the property you already own, which is already making money. You're already putting that money from your tenants to pay your mortgage, and all that money is free and it's tax free because you're pulling it out from your equity from your property. You don't got to pay taxes on none of that. Anything you ever pull from the equity of your property, you don't have to pay taxes on none of that. That is tax free.
As long as you use it for another property.
Another another business or a property of some sort. Yes.
If you take it as equity and profit, then
you do that with credit.
If
you get the right type of credit card, you get the right type of loan.
So going back to what y'all was saying is, no, you don't want a deal nowadays. Everybody's getting a deal. I could probably pull up my TikTok right now, and the shorty right now that or dude right now that's on my TikTok that got 1 million followers is getting a deal. But what does that mean? The deal doesn't mean anything because they're not really giving.
Watering it down.
Those are advances. Those are advances. You got to pay that back. So if they give you $1 million and they're telling you, well, we're going to send you on tour, like Cartier just said, he's about to do his own independent tour. Now, if I gave Cartier $1 million and said, yo, I got this booking agent, he's going to get you going, whatever, best believe I'm not going to Diddy him. My bad, Diddy. I'm not going to Diddy him and be like, yo, I just paid you this $1 million, but this is my booking agent, all those hotels, all the buses, all the flights and everything. We gonna sit here and calculate this. All right, cool. So you owe me $1.5 million. That's not good math. The math don't math at that point. And a lot of people just want to be so hot that they don't realize that the math don't math. They're looking at the short term and not the great gratification or the long term aspect of things. Because even as an engineer, which I'm pretty sure you know because you've been dropping crazy jewels this whole time, even as an engineer, you should be getting points on an album because you mixed and matched it. So even if it's 1 point, for 1 point, you getting, if 1 million albums sold, that 1 point adds up. You dig what I'm saying? That's the ASCAP or the BMI or the royalties, because now that 1 point on that song or album or whatever, if that gets picked up by The Lion King, if that gets picked up by, Scarface or whatever movie that's about to be Titanic, big movie, you still get that 1 point. You know what I'm saying? There's 100 points on an album. If you get that 1 point, 1% of $1 million is good paper.
And not only that, but it's good for the resume. Let's say you have one of your artists and they catch a platinum plaque. Bro, you got your hands in that too. You get a platinum plaque too. You put that joint on your studio on the wall, like you earned that.
Not if the artist don't give it to you.
Yeah, the artist
they gotta pay for that. The artist gotta pay for that.
Yeah. It's like a gift.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a gift. Yeah, you might get a platinum plaque, but like I got going back to things I'm supposed to keep my mouth shut about, but I got platinum albums, but I don't have no plaques around here. I got my own art behind me because I'm not supposed to be on certain things, but the artist also gifts that to people that were involved.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? Like they don't have to give it to you.
Yeah.
And that's the crazy part is there's no have to in this music industry. And that is wild to me.
Yeah.
Because even if right now, GTA, what is it, 6?
6 about to come out.
Is about to come out. You know the budget for that was almost $2 million.
For a video game?
The game.
That's it?
What do you mean that's it?
That's too much for a game.
I'm not gonna lie, but look at how long GTA 5 now.
I think it was like 2 million, and maybe it was 2 billion.
I had GTA 5 for my PS3.
It was crazy.
I got a whole PS5 now, so I know that they've generated well over $250 million off of that game.
So my thing is this, right? Now, if you, right, Jay, if you have a song, the song you played for us earlier, let's say that got a vibe, and somebody on GTA was like, "Yo, we want to put this when you're riding around in the car as the character, and you hitting the fucking button, and it hits the hip hop station, your shit pops up. You get a percentage of that. That is royalties to you.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like all that counts. Like my boy Bread, shout out to my man Bread. We got his fucking a song in the UFC game. You know what I'm saying? His songs is played on Sports Center. His songs played on like the Canada Sports Center. He's still getting checks to this day for that shit. Only because we made sure his shit was right.
Yeah. Always got to keep that mindset. If you get a point, get a point. That's what you got to do. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us on Off the Record. Real people off the record. Check out Cartier in the description below. You'll be able to follow him on everything that he does. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Catch y'all. See you next week. Deuces.
Yes, sir.
Flip side.